Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with my Llama 9mm Parabellum pistol, often referred to as an XI-B. Llama is a company that's predated World War I, and the company's actual name is Gablicidio Cia Victoria, and they are more famously referred to as Llama. And actually, that's a misnomer. It's actually pronounced Llama, and it stands for fire, which would make sense for a pistol manufacturer. Llama became really famous for the ruby pistols that they made for the French in World War I, and they made just as many of them as they possibly could produce for the French for the war, and ended up having a lot of the guns ended up getting imported from Llama and actually as surplus pistols post the war. So that's how most people ended up getting to know about this company. As soon as the war ended, they started making 1911 clones, all to varying degrees of exact replication of the 1911s. And so that's really kind of what they're known for. And a lot of people have probably seen Llama Maxes, their little 380 direct blowback pistols. They were famous for making pistols in 9mm Largo, 38 Super, and in 45. But in the 80s, they started seeing the opportunity for being able to make 9mm Luger/Parabellum pistols and importing them into the United States. And they were kind of known for heavy pistols that felt great in the hands, and unfortunately, due to a lot of different factors, one of which being the fact that in the United States we weren't making a particularly good quality 9mm Parabellum bullet, a lot of people really got a bad taste in their mouth from these companies. And so when I had an opportunity to pick this pistol up, I was really excited about it. So let's talk about the specs of this pistol. The overall length of this pistol comes in at 7.8 inches. It weighs 37 ounces with an empty mag inside it. With these big old fatty boy grips, it has 1.6 inches in the width. Its height is 5.75 inches, and it has an overall barrel length of 4.25 inches. So this is probably most commonly thought of as a commander style pistol. Now the difference between the XI-A and the XI-B is the XI-A were pistols that they actually made in direct blowback, which I would really have people look the opposite way of those particular guns. So when you're looking at one of these Llama pistols, make sure that barrel is tilting, make sure that it is a short recoil operated pistol like the XI-B here. The next thing you'll notice is the absolutely gorgeous Spanish blue. The Bucket is a big fan of. You'll notice that it does have a extended grip safety on it. It also has an extended slide stop, slide release, and again, those big fat grips. There's no texturing on this grip, but man, you feel that in your hand. It feels absolutely great. The trigger's not the best trigger in the world, but it is still a nice 1911 style straight breaking trigger, which I really do like. You'll see on mine there's a little whammy on the slide of my slide, but the bluing still comes up pretty nice. It has adjustable rear sights, and again, if you go look at the forums, you're going to hear a lot of things from really great things about these pistols to really awful things. They do fire from a 9-round detachable box magazine. I do have a Metgar magazine, and it ran great through this gun. So the original Llama mag ran great through this gun, and the Metgar ran great through this particular gun. As far as what I found from this was 100% reliable. You run good ammo. I was running Federal 115. I was running Blazer 115. I was running Remington 124 grain. All of them there were ball ammo. I didn't run any hollow points through this particular gun, and had 0 failures whatsoever. This gun just ran like a champ. Now I will tell you in all honesty that I was having this gun shooting low on me, and that's going to be one of the things that you're going to see. And from what I've heard from a lot of people on the forums is that with Spanish pistols, you do have to be really close and maybe be a little bit finicky with your ammo. Now, all of the ammo on this particular gun was shooting directly south. I was not shooting the best today, so I was shooting a little bit to the left. I think that was me and not the gun. That being said, this will adjust for windage, but does not adjust for height. So you can make this gun run great, and that would just require you to file down that front sight. I don't like to do that. I like to run at least 500 rounds for a gun before I start filing away at the sights. So what can we take away from that as far as this particular gun? I love the fact that it was 100% reliable. I love the fact that the quality was really, really nice. I love the fact that it just felt absolutely amazing in the hand. And if you're getting this and all of those things are things that you're looking for in your pistols, I think this is a great opportunity for you. Is it a pain that you would have to file down the front sight to get it to hit exactly where you want to? Yeah, for sure. And if you're looking about a gun and you're maybe at a gun show, maybe you're at a pawn shop and you're thinking about it, those are some things that you definitely want to take into consideration. That being said, Llama is a good company. They've put together a lot of good products. Their products are a little less expensive, and so you're going to have some things like an external extractor. You're going to have some things about this being a gun manufacturer that's out of business, so you're going to be always a little bit nervous about replacement parts, and those are all things that would be valid to be concerned about. That being said, I would feel completely great taking this to the range and shooting it. I don't think it's dangerous in any way, shape, or form. And I think that given enough rounds through it and enough of me being willing to adjust those sights to get them right where they want to, I was holding tight groups. It was just that I needed to figure out exactly how to get that front sight to be point of aim and point of impact. You can also look into what some other people do, which is just buy lots of different brands of ammo and see if you can find the ammo that runs the most accurate through this particular gun. I think that's a lot of fun. I think you can have a lot of fun with this gun. So I think they're awesome guns. They're still not super expensive. And again, when you feel them in your hand, they just feel great. They're going to be fun to take to the range. I think you're really going to enjoy it. So I forgot to add that Llama was imported by the Stoeger Industries. Also, you'll see lots of different Spanish proof marks throughout the pistol. They did have a tendency to put the serial numbers in an interesting place. The serial numbers are right here. I'm guessing since they had to be serialized when they came into the country, Stoeger just told them, let us put the serial numbers when they come into the country. Also, the date codes on here are kind of interesting. So if you look down here, mine has a date code of F2, which means that this was produced in 1986. I'll go ahead and put the date chart that goes from 1981 all the way down to 2004. But the rule of thumb is 82 was 1981, and every letter that was added one more year. It does get a little goofy because in 1994, when they went to 1995, it went to NN2. So there's some weird things in there. So I'll just go ahead and I'll put the date code chart on there as well. These kind of old 80s pistols and the Spanish or the importation pistols are pretty cool because it lets you have a little bit of fun looking up the information for your gun. I was really happy that I'm getting to bring this to the channel, to bring it to all of my viewers. I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, all the likes, the comments, the shares. They're really appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube.
I learned a lesson. Never half-ass two things. Whole-ass one thing.